Man, how does he get his pipe to bend that way? Oh, hey, jeez. Doesn't anybody knock anymore? Well, you caught me. I've been looking at How to Haunt Your House by Sean and Lynn Mitchell. I know where your minds were. I wasn't talking about anything hot and sticky that would make the pages stick together. I was talking about glue sticks. And bending pipe, I was talking about PVC. Well, hey, since you're here, let me show you a little bit about this book. It's kind of neat. Just give me a minute to tidy up a bit, okay? And maybe throw some pants on it. I'll be right with you. Here we have How to Haunt Your House, Book 1 by Sean and Lynn Mitchell. Now the Mitchells, creators of the Mitchell Cemetery in Pensacola, Florida, were featured in FearNet.com's 2007 series, Route 666, America's Scariest Home Haunts. And they were selected as finalists in the Haunt X Awards for Best Yard Haunt for 2007. Now when I arrived at home one day after a long day's work, I found a package on my doorstep from Amazon.com, and I thought to myself, looking at that package, this can't be what I ordered. It's so thin. In fact, I thought at first I'd received a coloring book instead of How to Haunt Your House. I spent no time in tearing open the packaging, only to find this thin tome actually was the book I had bought. Like most Americans, I'm pretty cheap, especially haunters. You know us haunters, we're cheap as all get out, and we want our money's worth. Now I've bought a book or two before on how to make props, and they were always thick, amazingly thick things. And they would come in big 3-ring binders, and this book, How to Haunt Your House, certainly wasn't what I was expecting. Now, at a retail price of $38.40, and that's reduced slightly on Amazon.com to $34.56, I guess I was, like I said, expecting that 20-pound behemoth of a manual. Well, I sat down and started leafing through the book, a bit downtrodden, and soon found my spirits rising when indeed I discovered that this book, this thin little manual right here, exceeded all my expectations of what it was going to contain. Silly me, huh? You really shouldn't judge a book by its cover. In fact, what I found was a gorgeous compilation of all the essential techniques that any home haunter, now that's an individual who takes Halloween at their house to an extreme, would need to go from zero knowledge to a full-fledged fright geek in no time at all. So let's take a quick peek inside the Mitchell's masterpiece to see just what I mean. Now as you open it up, the first few pages are of course taken up by book endorsements by other home haunters. If you hop on the web, you'll recognize some of the names here of the endorsements. And of course you've got the copyright and all the publishing information and the dedication. Blah, 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 blah. Now by the time we get to page 9, you can see this gorgeous full-color index of everything that's in the book. In fact, in the first few pages, I noticed something very different about this book than other how-to manuals I've bought on prop making for Halloween. It's full color, and I'll tell you what, that makes a difference. Now, as a man who's spent countless dollars buying prop building manuals, like I said, in black and white, I can assure you this is an improvement. Of course, full color means increased cost, but personally I'd rather spend an extra $10 on a book with the corpses in color than try to figure out how to make something like I saw on a website or from a black and white page. Now from the beginning, the Mitchells start off into easy to master how-tos. Now, in fact, that's the only real problem I might have with this book. And I am the epitome of the armchair haunter. Well, I would have done it this way or that way. This is really a minor complaint, but I would have liked to have seen them start off with the end product. Exactly what's going to be in this book, and then go into the how-tos. But like I said, that's really a minor complaint. And the Mitchells pretty much get to it in good time. Besides, once you open this book up, I dare you not to flip through it in one sitting, absorbing all the amazingly detailed layouts and graphics before you even read any few words of any how-to. In the book's pages are covered such topics as the basic supplies that every haunter needs to do the projects. Monster mud, a staple substance in every haunt. Then we have how to make your own detailed tombstones. And there's a few more techniques like marbleizing props, where you can take those things that you pick up at yard sales and turn them into something that looks like a real work of art. Another neat thing I found in here was quick and dirty sand casting. It's a great way of reproducing little ornamental things like this that'll look fantastic on your cemetery fences. The Mitchells even go into a Pepper's Ghost illusion, which if you hop over to their website, howtohauntyourhouse.com, you can see in their videos section that they love the Pepper's Ghost. Now that might be a little bit of an advanced project for some people, but it's an old staple of magicians everywhere, of making little ghostly figures pop up out of the ground or disappear right in front of your eyes. And they show you how to do it fairly simply. Now as we go through, I don't want to show you everything that's in here. But one of the neater objects that I saw was their endless mausoleum. Now I have a bottomless pit illusion in my own haunt, and it never occurred to me to do something like this with the same effect. You'll see how to make that right in this book. They even cover lighting and how to get your fog to hug the ground like they do in the movies. Finally, the Mitchells wrap it all up with showing me exactly what I wanted to see in the beginning, was how it all comes together. And they fill this part up with some extra little tips and tricks too. There now, you see. There wasn't anything too depraved in How to Haunt Your House, now was there? But I know where you haunters' minds are. They're all in the gutter. You're all a bunch of depraved degenerates. Alright, so what can I say about How to Haunt Your House? I love this book. This is the book I wish was around 9 years ago when I started haunting. Heck, this is the book that I always wanted to write. But you know, I just don't have the Mitchell skill level, so good job, Sean and Lynn. There's some amazing information in here. I've been doing this for 9 years, and I've got some great ideas out of this that I'm going to be implementing in my own haunt. Really, any haunter at any skill level, whether you're a professional or whether you're a newbie, can get good information out of this manual. So drop by the Raven's Barrow, because I know you're asking yourself, well, how do I get this book? Drop by the Raven's Barrow at www.ravensbarrow.com, and I'm going to flash that web address up there. And we have a new Amazon shop, so just look for the shop link up at the top, click it, and this will be one of the first items you see once you head into the shop. Or you can head over to the Mitchell site at howtohauntyourhouse.com, and really, you got to stop over there. They've got all kinds of freebies for haunters. You can go in there and learn lots of things. You can get free stencils for tombstones. There's tons of videos. And really, just stop by because it's a gorgeous site to take a look at. These folks are talented. They really put everything that I do to shame. I mean, look at this bookshelf, you know. I haven't even distressed that. Their stuff is amazing. I guess that's why they ended up on TV and I didn't. Anyway, stop over there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. And if you have any questions or if you have any feedback, please leave me a comment, fire me off an email. I'm Patrick Nottingham. You can find me at the Raven's Barrow at ravensbarrow.com. We've got a contact button up there, and let me know what you think. Thank you.